Alright, we're on the play. We don't have lands, so that's a bad opener. Alright. You know what? I'm going to call this functional. Keep. What's our curve here? I guess it's probably Steam Vents on 1, Breeding Pool on 2, Forest on 3. Guess this is bad if we draw Growth Spiral, because now I can't Growth Spiral into Unholy Heat. Alright, well, Unholy Heat answers Delver of Secrets, so that's a start. We get to settle the wilds into our 4-drop, you know, like we planned. Oh, goodness gracious. Faithless Looting? Oh no, our opponent's playing a real deck. I'm beginning to remember why Graveyard Hate was important. It's fine. We've got, like, 4 Gargaroths. And 4 Aether Gusts. There's no possible way the opponent could have an easy way to deal with a 6 toughness creature. Couldn't possibly be punished by anything like that. Yeah, red doesn't get to kill 6 toughness creatures. Alright, hello key to the archive. No such card exists. There is actually the possibility that Hullbreaker Horror winds up being pretty good against them, though. Which, like, as long as our opponent doesn't kill us too quickly... Okay, guess we're just gonna have a bunch of Hullbreaker Horrors. Are any of these cards helpful? I mean, Lightning Helix sort of, but what am I actually getting rid of here? Is the answer Hullbreaker Horror? There's the answer to the Lightning Bolt. Despark a Phoenix. Yeah, I think plan is bouncing Phoenixes with Hullbreaker Horror, and so I kind of like the appeal of the lower mana cost on the Lightning Bolt. But, I mean, at the same time, I'm going to be honest, I think I kind of need to discover the formula, which leaves me just wondering whether we keep 2 Hullbreaker Horrors, or if we keep Hullbreaker Horror plus a Lightning Bolt. I guess I get rid of Hullbreaker Horror. I feel bad about that. Wait, I have a land drop to play this turn? Wow. Okay, I forgot about that. Phoenix isn't really capable of removing Horror. This is true. Originally, I thought that I was making that land drop next turn. I didn't realize I was capable of playing Hullbreaker Horror plus Lightning Bolt this turn, but I think maybe that makes it better to have discarded a Hullbreaker Horror. I mean, Phoenix is also capable of just playing 2 Unholy Heats, I guess. Although having Lightning Bolt to protect my Hullbreaker Horror makes that less likely. But yeah, if we hit an untapped land here and just get to go Hullbreaker Horror with Lightning Bolt up, I don't hate that. Unfortunately, Hullbreaker Horror can't really block any of their threats, which is probably bad. Yeah, this seems bad for me. But they actually didn't choose to flashback Faithless Looting. Have they already made their land drop for the turn? Yeah, I kind of feel like they should have flashbacked Faithless Looting instead of the Expressive Iteration, right? But they found a Phoenix off of the Consider, so I guess that's bad for me. Okay, untap land, probably a good thing. So we're taking at least 3 here. Yeah, you can't cast Key to the Archive cards with any color of mana. You can cast them using Key to the Archive because it makes any color of mana, but in that spot, I don't even think it was worth shocking to Lightning Bolt Dragon's Rage Channeler anyway, because that meant I wouldn't have the Lightning Bolt to trigger Hullbreaker Horror. Boop. Not a huge fan of my opponent having priority here. Alright, Arclight Phoenix to hand, Dragon Rage Channeler die. Hopefully opponent has no trickies. We go to 6. Still probably just going to die to 2 Unholy Heats. Main deck Borrower is possible. I probably can't beat that. Fading Hope. Oh, cool. Yeah, I probably can't beat that either. Jeez. Oh, if it wasn't for the Fading Hope, the Borrower top deck was the nuts. It was a chance. How do we manage here? How do we manage? I'm 1 mana short of Discover the Formula into Petty Theft, cast Brazen Borrower. I don't think I have any other real outs. I could hit Bonecrusher, Stomp Phoenix. Or rather, I could hit double Bonecrusher, I suppose is what I mean to say. Alright, well, let's see how the opponent sequences this. Yep, alright. Transform the Delver. That's bad for me. 3 lethal threats. How do we deal with that? Borrower deals with 2 of them and then we die. So the answer is we can't. The answer is we can't. Gosh, that's a lot of good cards. Oh, we would have won this game so easily if they didn't have a Fading Hope. Oh, disappointment. We also might have won this game if they didn't flip the Delver. If we only went to 2 here. Bounce the Dragon's Rage. No, yeah. Bounce the Dragon's Rage, bounce a Phoenix. Go to 2. Rude. Okay. Gargaroths, Aether Gusts. No possibility of the opponent having answers for that. Torrential Gearhulk, probably not good enough. Ugin? Yeah, you know what? No. No Ugins. No Nissas? No Nissas. Windfall? Nah. Who needs them? Okay, I guess this is the deck we're playing now. Timing Settle the Wild so that it gets a Hullbreaker Horror is going to be an interesting challenge. Okay. This is a hand with a plan. This deck is a flawless masterpiece. This deck is definitely an example of being exactly what it wants to be. Oh, stellar. More Delvers. Oh my. Opponent just playing creatures? Wow. I wonder if there's a world in which I'm supposed to Bonecrusher Giant this turn, but I have reached a point at which I am just playing on autopilot. I mean, we do have Discover the Formula, so, like, assuming the opponent doesn't have a counterspell, that's kind of cool. Wow. Our opponent chose not to sorcery speed that opt? Even just attempting to go for the Phoenix reanimation? I'm kind of surprised. Alright, well, we got Discover the Formula. We got the opponent on a clock. I'm not sure how the opponent's failing to do anything as strongly as they are, but I'll take it. Arclight Phoenix. Am I supposed to Aether Gust the Phoenix or the Drake? I don't want to let my opponent draw a card with the Drake, but also this feels like this is probably about tempo more than anything else. First, I should let them choose to attack with the Phoenix. They have chosen to attack with the Phoenix. Okay. I mean, I guess if they replay Drake next turn, that's not the worst thing in the world for me. I'm not playing a control deck right now. I'm playing a... Oh, I can settle the wilds into a... Horror here? Is that good? Or is that bad? I'm gonna guess that's probably not good enough. We got a Mystic Dispute in hand, opponent. It was actually Negate land, the only thing that punished me for waiting. Yowzas. Okay. Well, here we are. Settle the wilds, put a land into play, get our horror. Hope that's good enough. You kind of have to block your opponent. Not blocking and going to 4 is pretty sketchy, but okay. Alright. Expressive Iteration. Yeah, that's a stellar draw. What am I supposed to do about that, huh? Alright, they hit a land. That's at least one good sign. They hit an opt. That's at least one bad sign. Well, they Faithless Looting. Put some cards in the yards. They put 2 lands in the yard. Okay. They consider. Phoenix come back. They're 1 short of lethal. They need to leave blockers back. If they attack like this, they do die. I don't feel like I would win this game if they attack like this, but they would definitely lose. Okay. Well, I'll take it. I'm desperate. We have this whole grand ramp strategy, and that game was won by 3 Unholy Heats and 1 Bonecrusher Giant. This doesn't make me happy, though. No part of that made me happy. Alright, I'll take it. I also gotta remember that we actually do have Gargaroths in the deck that are pretty good. I probably should have played Seek the Wilds around that. Okay, I'll take this. Okay, Growth Spiral. That's a card. Hopefully we hit Unholy Heat. Faithless Looting, plus Surveil. That's bad for me. Phoenix in the yard. Delver. Okay, okay. Opponent discarding Opt. Kind of surprising. Drawing Growth Spiral. Kind of excellent. Unholy Heating Dragon's Rage Channeler, because that sounds like a good idea. Next turn, I get to settle the wilds into a second Gargaroth and then hope that's good enough. You know, provided the opponent doesn't leave up counterspell or anything. Yeah, looks like the opponent's leaving up counterspell. Oh, Unholy Heat. Radical. So I have to shock here. Is that worthwhile? That's probably worthwhile. Alright. Settle the wilds. You gonna counterspell this opponent? Want to stop me from getting a 5-drop? Really thinking about it. Really? That resolves? Okay. The Negate is not going to be helpful against the Gargaroths. It's so hard to hold up counter spells when you're playing, is it? It doesn't feel great for them. Alright, I'm going to force you to counterspell now, opponent. Really? Wow. Instant sorcery creature. So they're missing land. Leaving up 3 mana. Well, I kind of feel like that probably means Mystical Dispute. Judging by the priority here, yes. No. Okay. What does that mean? Oh, Opt or something? Brazen. Oh, okay, sure. But like... That's still not an answer to Gargaroth, opponent. Ooh, I could settle the wilds for a 7-drop here, or I could just play Gargaroth. I'm just gonna play Gargaroth. Current game plan is game plan play Gargaroth. More Crackling Drakes. No! Do I still have Ugin in my deck? Anybody know? I have no way of knowing. Also, this is a lie. I definitely have the Aether Gusts in my deck right now. I can't attack in these Crackling Drakes. I'd like to attack into the Crackling Drakes and then Aether Gust the Crackling Drake after they block, but they negate the Aether Gust and that's no good. Alright, well, I'll just play some Gargaroths then. I did suspect that I boarded it out. That sounds like something I would do. I could Aether Gust the Faithless Looting, which makes it harder for them to put a land in the graveyard to turn on... Oh, they're also out of sorceries. Huh. Nah, I think we let that resolve. Probably not, but I'm going to anyway. Okay, opponent loses some 1-drop creatures. That's actually totally fine for me. Opponent opts. I mean, they can put an Arclight Phoenix into play right now, but that's actually not that scary against a pair of Gargaroths. Delver of Secrets also isn't super scary against a pair of Gargaroths, so like... Also, my opponent doesn't have Negate up, so like... This actually seems kind of good. They have priority for something here, which means they probably have an instant speed spell to cast that would pump the Crackling Drakes up to 6 power. Could Aether Gust a Crackling Drake here. Nah. Land is a good draw. Alright, let's shock. Let's go to combat. Let's get aggressive with Gargaroths. Let's draw some cards for this Discover the Formula. Hullbreaker Horror? I want to discover after drawing so that the cards we draw with Gargaroth get a discount. I don't know if that's correct, but that's my logic. Because I didn't think that I was making 3/3s, and I didn't think that I was going to choose to gain life. So that only really leaves drawing cards, and then I think it pays to wait, probably. Do they double block one of them, or... Arena... I have no idea what's going on here. I didn't even assign damage order. If it's one on each Gargaroth, then why are both Crackling Drakes pointing to the same Gargaroth, but both Gargaroths are pointing to the same Crackling Drake? It's one on each? Okay, if it's one on each, then I just let them do their little combat trick thing. If it's a double lock, then I'm disappointed. I really hope they play a burn spell here, and not a blue spell. If they try to, like, cast an Unholy Heat, guess where Unholy Heat doesn't go when you Aether Gust it? Neither exile nor the graveyard. It's really fun. Which means both Crackling Drakes stay at 5 power. Good times. Good times with Magic. Against Phoenix, specifically. Not against a lot of other stuff, but it went well against Phoenix. I don't think this hand is keepable. This is better. Technically. Technically better. Okay, how are we gonna fight against Scurry Oak combo? Or maybe it's just mono-white life gain. Unfortunately, I didn't actually include any removal that does anything against that other than the Unholy Heats and the Stomps. So hopefully that's good enough. Alright. Well, opponent's got infinity life gain triggers currently. What are we discarding to Windfall here? Is it the Nissa or the Gearhulk? Or the Bonecrusher, but that seems wrong. Discarding Nissa seems bad. Guess we're discarding Gearhulk. Bye-bye, Gearhulk. You tried. Alright, let's try to kill the opponent before they combo off. That's true. We could just attempt to Ugin them with Settle the Wilds. Oh, that's a Scurry Oak. This doesn't combo, right? Because they don't have any way to put counters on Scurry Oak? Am I supposed to stomp Scurry Oak or Voice of the Blessed? Guess I'm probably supposed to kill Voice of the Blessed. I don't have a lot of ways to deal with it otherwise. I guess that's not true. If we hit a land, I can play the land and then settle the wilds. And then we have horror? Yeah, I guess that means go for combo. Alright, come on, land drop. Key to the Archive is pretty bad. Okay, we have no 6-drop to get with Settle the Wilds here. Okay. Regrowth, Doomblade, Demonic Tutor. We can definitely Doomblade Voice of the Blessed if we want to. I could get back Torrential Gearhulk. That's probably wrong. We could Demonic Tutor? What do we Demonic Tutor for? I guess we just Demonic Tutor for Ugin. But then we have to not die to Voice of the Blessed. I've only got 6 mana post Demonic Tutor. I can definitely cast Doomblade. I'm trying to figure out if I got a better line than that. I don't think I do. Unfortunately, I'm just a little short on mana. Okay. Scurry Oak, but that's not a combo yet. Come on. Land. Alright. I wonder if I would... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, my Ugin is main board. My Ugin is main board. I couldn't remember there for a second whether the Ugin was main board or not. I wonder if there's a world in which I'm supposed to save the Settle the Wreckage to try to hit one more land for an Ugin. I meant to ask if you saw my Stream Negate message. Oh, I saw that I got a message on Twitter. I assume that's what it was. I didn't have a chance to read it yet, though. I don't know what my plans for this weekend are yet. I'm waiting on a response from a friend. But I will let you know. Alright, well, opponent doesn't seem to have combo, which is good for me. Am I supposed to cast this Growth Spiral now to bounce Scurry Oak? Or, no, they shouldn't, if they have Collected Company, they shouldn't have let me draw, but I assume I'm supposed to hold Growth Spiral for a Collected Company. Somehow, I think we're not actually losing this. Which is surprising. Wait, are Nissa lands colorless? Heliod, do you matter right now? You don't enter as a creature. Yeah, I'll play it safe. I don't know enough about how this deck can or can't combo. Alright, drew a land. Do I want to put a land onto the battlefield? No, I want that land in hand in case I hit another Key to the Archives. Alright, this doesn't combo, correct? Correct. Yay! Somehow that actually did it! I'm sort of surprised, but I'll take it. Okay, what are we cutting? And for what? I assume I'm supposed to board in 4 Aether Gusts? Is that the plan here? I mean, so the plan is try to get to Ugin, right? And hope they can't answer Ugin. Failing that, Hullbreaker Horror kind of interrupts them. Gust, probably good. I'm willing to believe that. So I'm willing to cut Torrential Gearhulk and discover the formula. We want 4 gusts. I gotta cut other stuff, though. What are the other cuts? Get 4 gusts, die to voice. I'm not citing out any answers to voice. That's not the plan. This is D's, yes, but we do have to cut 2 cards. That's the tricky part. I could cut another Nissa and a key, but I don't really like the idea of cutting Nissa here. Minus Nissa, kind of disappointing, but maybe. Maybe. I don't get how people are still playing those life game tiles with blue-white control being the most popular deck on the ladder. I can't say that I've played against blue-white control yet, so I don't know. But the fact that I haven't played against blue-white control yet, maybe that does mean something. I can probably go to Brazen Borrower. I don't think it's stellar against them. I'm almost convinced that Nissa might be better, but no, I guess Brazen Borrower is an important answer to the voice, isn't it? Untapped's metagame data has always been... Oh, cool, we're not sideboarding. That's fine. Kind of sketchy, in my experience. I think that it is representative of a much broader metagame than top-level ladder metagames. Yes, hand's fine. Would like to draw an untapped land so I can growth spiral into Unholy Heat, but I'll take what I can get. Okay, put on mulligans and... Alright, there we go. That's a hand. Alright, now we need to draw some green sources. Ooh, Trillisara. Cute. We are going to need to draw more lands, deck. We Unholy Heat the Trillisara before they gain any life. Let's draw lands. Do-do-do. Those not green. Kind of a problem. Okay, well, I definitely want to cycle this growth spiral. But, you know what, deck? I'm not going to complain. A land, period, still a good thing to make me happy. I will not be ungrateful. Oh, love you, deck. Alright, let's stomp Scurry Oak. I love my deck. It's a really good deck that likes me. Scapuration? That don't do nothing. Yeah. Am I casting Torrential Gearhulk for Growth Spiral? I could save Torrential Gearhulk for Unholy Heat to play around getting comboed out, I suppose. That's probably better. I kind of hate it because that's boring, but it's probably better. We got a Nissa in play, so we can just keep upticking. Wait. Is there a world in which I Nissa Ultimate and get a single land off of it so that Settle the Wilds actually gets an Ugin? Somehow this is how we did it. Yay! Look at that. We did it. We made it to... I really like what they did with the graphic design for Mythic. We made it to glowing orange light. It's got very Eye of Sauron, Pit of Hell vibes to it, doesn't it? Well, so far we're undefeated in Mythic with Temur. That's definitely got to mean something, right? Okay. Unholy Heat into Windfall into Horror. That's like technically a curve. We'll start off with an untap land. No Growth Spiral on 2, so I don't really feel lucky at all, unfortunately. Opponent on a deck with a forest. Now what does that mean? No, Growth Spiral! You came too late! Does this sequencing matter? I guess it's better to play the untap land than put the tap land into play with Growth Spiral? No, that's not true. You might hit a different tap land with Growth Spiral. It makes that wrong. Oh! Okay. Shrines is what we're playing against currently, it looks like. What am I supposed to think of shrines? I guess the plan against shrines is probably to Ugin the shrines to death? Yeah, okay. Opponent on card advantage with shrines. That's a game plan. So if we get one more land drop, then we can settle the wilds for an Ugin. I can cast 2 Growth Spirals this turn. I would prefer to only cast 1. Oh, Haunted of Night's Reach is scary. I guess I could also just bounce a bunch of my opponent's stuff with Hullbreaker Horror. That's probably also a viable plan that doesn't involve me getting lucky. Alright, let's go with Key to the Arc, or no, Growth Spiral, bounce, Haunted of Night's Reach, land, cool, submit, settle, bounce, Sanctum of Calm Waters, get a land, get an Ugin, that seems good, go to combat, attack, Unholy Heat, Hullbreaker Horror, yes, bounce their ramp spell. This is a silly game. Wait, does it only target creatures? No, it could have gone face. Okay. Why is this working? This isn't supposed to work. Okay, well, I don't think I'm playing Bonecrusher Giants. I think I would prefer Negates. And honestly, I suppose I would probably prefer Aether Gusts as well. Yeah, the opponent did actually have like a really solid Hondin's curve that did everything they would have wanted. It just didn't matter because one Hullbreaker Horror undid all of it. I should probably play more Aether Gust, but like... Nah. Oh wait, no, I should probably play Aether Gust instead of Unholy Heat. That should probably happen. I mean, that is Hullbreaker Horrors. This is true. It'll be fine. We'll just draw an untap land to make green mana, and then we'll settle the wilds into key. Not a problem. No problems here at all whatsoever. No problems at all. Definitely going to draw lands. Cultivate. Yeah, that's good. That's good. No problems. None. Zero problems. Never had a problem in my life. My opponent's actually playing Cultivate 5 colors with basics, huh? Yowzers. No such thing as a problem. Never had one in my life. Fae of Wishes. Okay. Casualties of War. Okay. Plan no longer revolves around Key to the Archive. Alright, well, I guess I'm discarding more Nissas probably against this Casualties of War 5-color shrines list. Sanctum of All. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search. Put it onto the battlefield. No, that's not acceptable. I mean, all I have to do is draw 2 cards a turn for the rest of the game, and I think I have a chance at this. Oh, cool. They didn't put that in top of their library. I was concerned about that for a second. Lotus Field? Opponent 5-color Lotus Field? Can your enemy support that? I guess it's sort of color fixing. Yeah, there's a Sanctum. Hey, we found a land. Radical. I didn't have to discard a hand size this time. Yeah, there's a Fae of Wishes. That's an Ugin. Cool. Alright. We get to jam a land into play, and then tutor up a key that we get to discard. Sweet. I might be out of Nissa's to fetch with Settle the Wilds here. No, Sanctum of All is going to be a problem. Because that's going to get the thing that makes me discard cards. And I can't really afford to discard cards right now. Alright. I can't really play Key to the Archive against Casualties of War. Opponent goes and grabs the Mind Rot Shrine now. Yup. That's a problem. Okay, but it's fine. I don't get Mind Rotted until their next turn. And as long as they don't make me discard like 7 cards, I can discover the formula. Also, I need them to not actually cast that Hand Hate spell that's been sitting in hand Land Hate spell that's been sitting in their hand the entire time. Hondon currently only makes me discard 5 cards. Lily's fine. Don't mind Lily. Okay, drew the land drop. Sanctum has a double effect. While you control 6 or more. They only control 5. So we're still good. I think I actually have a chance to win this game now. Somehow. Oh, I see. They grab 6 with the Sanctum by stacking the triggers like this. Right. Okay. That's no good. Okay, so I should have sorcery speeded this then. Yeah, I just need this to hit Aether Gust. I could have denied them the Sanctum of All trigger, essentially. Aether Gust. No, wait, this still doesn't work, right? Because the Haunton's already triggered. Yeah, so I'm still only discarding 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I win this game without the horror? Probably not. Okay, we're only discarding 6 cards. I can manage that. I do need them to once again not cast the land destruction spell. Oh, I'm at 3, huh? Also, they just drew like 12, huh? Okay, I'm not saying that this is good, but I'm saying I'm not dead yet, technically. None of that's got haste. Oh, wait. They do have a land that lets them put a +1/+1 counter on something, I think, but I'm not going to hover over that. Cool. They didn't attack me. Also, yes, that was totally a land that was just lethal. Okay. Alright. I'm still not, like, in a good spot here, but... Alright, for 5. Tempt my terror. Thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Yeah? You blow up my Ugin and one of my lands. How much mana does that leave you with? Enough to cast a... Lily? Probably. Yeah, Sanctum of Stonefangs. Yeah, that's a problem. Cultivate. Alright, Sanctum of Stonefangs is only a problem if they play more lands. So they chose... or more shrines. But they chose not to play the Lily. So that's cool. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll lose 1 life. Yeah, there's Lily. Okay. That's a zombie token. Yep. I probably have to play Hullbreaker Horror here. But then it's still probably going to die to the Lily. If I discover the formula, though, how am I answering the zombie token? I think I still have 2 Unholy Heats in the deck, maybe? I could play the 6 mana, discover the formula. We flash in Horror during next combat. Yeah, if they uptick Lily before combat, that kind of works, I guess. It's probably the best plan I got. I don't actually have an answer to that Sanctum of Stonefangs other than bouncing it, though, and I'm gonna need to bounce it a lot. Ugh, really? No land drop, huh? Okay. That leaves me in a really... Well, I guess I can bounce the zombie token, which means that I could Hullbreaker Horror on a future turn? Okay, I think I'm casting Discover the Formula here, probably? No, maybe I have to settle the wilds instead of Discover the Formula. Nah. I mean, I can Petty Theft Sanctum of Stonefangs to deny 1 damage, but I think I can do that on a future turn and not need to do it now. The problem with doing Hullbreaker Horror into Petty Theft is that then the opponent just replays the Lily and makes me sack the Horror, and I can't really handle sacking the Horror right now. Okay, Unholy Heat's actually a good draw. Negate's actually a good draw. Wait, holy cow. I forgot we had those in the deck. $14 cards in opponent's library? Maybe? Maybe that's something? I can Aether Gust that Sanctum at some point, but I almost want to do it when I can get a Horror trigger out of it. Lily Ultimate is scary. Boreal Grazer, sure. Yeah, alright, so the 3 cards in hand are not lands. That's concerning. Alright, so we got to bounce a zombie token. Okay. We are not playing that Steam Vents untapped. Okay, so we Horror, and we Petty Theft the Sanctum of Stonefangs and the Lily, and then we hold up Negate. And then we negate the Lily, and that's the plan. We're not dead yet. We are dead to a lot of things, but we're not technically dead to the things we know about. I can't negate that. So I guess I'm Aether Gusting to bounce my own Horror? I can't let that happen. I can't win the game if my Horror dies. They have the mana to play Lily and the Shrine, both of which are lethal threats here. I can play Hullbreaker Horror, Growth Spiral, bounce Lily. I don't think I can win if they play both of those. I don't have enough mana. Yeah, no, that'll beat me. That'll beat me. Oh, Sulfur Falls, if you had been here last turn. Maybe that still wouldn't have been good enough. Okay, so, well, I guess Horror blocks the 2/2, but it's the downtick on Lily that I can't really handle. Well, hold on. What if I could handle the downtick on Lily, actually? Yeah, wait a second. Okay, what about this plan? What if we play the Brazen Borrower to bounce the Sanctum? Did I just get got by Auto-Tapper? I think I just got by Auto-Tapper. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I needed to leave up double blue to cast the Borrower so that the Lily downtick didn't hose me. Well, I guess I'm still not technically dead. If they downtick Lily, I can play a Growth Spiral to bounce the Horror. Boop. This is such a silly game of Magic. More lands! Yay! Alright. Opponent draws 2 cards. That's good for them. Alex? What? No! That's more threats! Opponent, no! 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 It's so many threats! It's like 4 threats! Alright. Growth Spiral, hit an untap land. They got a lot of cards left, unfortunately. No! I don't think I have a way to do this now. Oh. Well, So actually, playing the Brazen Borrower earlier was wrong. And I should have been on plan just bounce my own Horror anyway. There is still the possibility they misplay, I guess. I don't know how they misplay. Well, if they try to cast a Shrine and I get to negate it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Negate. Return target Hullbreaker Horror to my hand. Yes. Okay. I'm still not technically dead yet. I just don't have any card advantage left in my deck, and so that's kind of useless. Do 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 do. Alright, I need to draw a spell that I can cast in order to not die here. No! 2 lethal threats on board! I knew I was going to lose this game to drawing lands. That was definitely where I was expecting this game was going to go. Ugin? Graveyard, unfortunately. We had already played the Ugin that time around. Alright, well, let's try this again. I feel like that would have worked well if we had hit our 3rd land drop sometime before turn 8. The strategy seemed sound. Losing to Shrines is impressive. Well, I suppose technically that's true. All we need to do is draw lands, and this hand is pretty good. Yeah, I'll keep it. We'll just draw lands. That's the plan. We just need to draw 1 land. Just need to draw 1 land. It's usually a sad day when you draw more Growth Spirals than lands. Alright, there goes Lotus Field. That makes their ability to cast their Shrine pretty limited. That's what we said last game, but look how close it got to working last game. I think we get rid of Growth Spiral here. I don't have a lot of board wipes for these Paradise Druids is one of the problems here. Alright, 4 damage a turn. Okay, cool. We got a Ugin. That clears the board. We just gotta make it to 8 mana. We have Aether Gust for the Paradise Druids once we find a land. Ooh, our opponent's scrying. I'm jealous. Yeah, opponent is a lot closer to 8 mana than us. This is true. I'd like to draw an untapped blue source. Nope. 4th Growth Spiral. That was definitely what we needed. They kept that on top? Oh. Well, folks, thanks for coming out to the stream tonight. I hope you've all enjoyed this. 27 lands really isn't all that much when you think about it.